Talking live at Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. It's the Raiders and the Broncos. And welcome into another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. The 6-3 Raiders, the 1-8 Broncos, AFC West matchup. They always play tight, no matter what their records are. Always expect a good game from the Raiders and the Broncos. The Raiders need to win to stay in first place in the AFC West. Oakland will get the ball first. We're underway, live from Denver. Fielded by Peterson at the goal line over the 10, 15, 20, 25. And Tyler Peterson out to the 26-yard line. And that's where the Raiders will have it, 1st and 10. Led by their starting quarterback, Kevin Edwards, in his 9th year out of Army. It's about 55 degrees with showers here in Denver this afternoon. Could be worse. It could be snow. First and 10 Raiders from their own 26-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards hands off to John Chappell, the running back, who gets out to the 32-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4. Chappell in his 10th year out of Arkansas. On the tackle, number 92 for the Broncos, that's David Fuller, in his 2nd year out of San Jose State. Just underway, 2nd and 4 for the Raiders at their own 32. He's got Gibson in motion. Edwards to Chappell outside, and Chappell goes down. No gain. It'll be 3rd down. Here's the Raiders offense. Up front, Valdir, Hayes, Durham, Walker, and Barletta. And then it's Harrison, Peterson, Chappell, Siegel, and Francesca. Raiders trying to avoid going 3 and out. It'll be 3rd and 4 at their own 32-yard line. Edwards in the shotgun, 5 receivers wide. Takes the snap, throws down the middle to Siegel, the tight end, out to the 45-yard line, a gain of 13 yards, and an Oakland 1st down. Jason Siegel, the 7th-year tight end out of Tulsa, the Tulsa Hurricane. 1st down, Raiders. Opening drive of the ball game. Raiders out to their own 45-yard line, 1st and 10. Kevin Edwards, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Edwards fakes the handoff inside, throws deep. He's got a man, Siegel, all the way down to the 23-yard line. A 32-yard reception to Jason Siegel, all the way down to the Denver 23-yard line. So just like that, the Raiders have made their way down to the Denver 23. First and 10, 6:23 left. I think we had injury timeout on the play. Reason for the delay. Now we're ready to go. On 1st and 10, Edwards under center. Edwards to Chappell up the middle, and Chappell down to the 19-yard line, a gain of 4. Let's take a look at the Broncos defense. They play a 3-4. Spindler, Hines, and Sperlin up front. Linebackers, Wheeler, Thomas, Cameron, and Mobley. And the secondary, Robinson, Battle, Murray, and Cameron. A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 at the Bronco 19-yard line. What's up, Evil Dead? I have a free Saturday afternoon. Edwards in the gun. Edwards to Chappell inside the 10. Chappell making his way down to the 4-yard line, just pulling Broncos with him. A gain of 15 yards. It'll be 1st and goal Raiders at the Bronco 4-yard line. Evil Dead is thinking the Broncos are going to upset the Raiders. Broncos -3, 44 over-under. I'm going to go with the under, and why not? Broncos -3. Let's see what happens. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Edwards under center. Edwards to Chappell. Almost. Gets down to the 1-yard line. On the tackle, Kerry Cameron, the linebacker, number 50. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. Now this evening I have a high school football game on the radio. More on that in a second. But my afternoon is free. On 2nd and goal from the 1. Edwards rolls out. Looks to the end zone. Throws. Gibson. Touchdown. Raiders. Joseph Gibson, the 3rd-year tight end out of Purdue. A 1-yard touchdown catch. And the Raiders take the opening drive, march down the field, and get a touchdown. Last night started the high school football playoffs here in Tennessee. One of the games in our area got moved to tonight. Here's the extra point. Alan McCoy. The kick is up, and it's good. Raiders lead at 7-0. 4:53 remaining here in the first quarter. Live from Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. I did a game last night, and a game in the area was moved to tonight. And the regular announcing crew is not available, so they called me up, and I say, yeah, I'll do it. I hope it's better than the game I had last night. 41-0. It was, 34-0 at halftime. Those are fun games to do. Not. So I pick up an extra game tonight. That'd be great. The Raiders will kick off. Fielded by Cruz at the 5-yard line over the 20, 25. And Colt Cruz out to the 28-yard line. Last night I actually said during the broadcast in the 3rd quarter, why can't these games be like my Madden games? Devin Wade, the quarterback in his 5th year out of Texas. Starting quarterback for the Broncos. The Broncos are 1-8 coming in. They finally won their first game of the season last week against the Redskins. They started the season 0-8. The Broncos are not going to make the playoffs, but they can be spoiler down the road. First and 10 from the 28-yard line. Broncos come out in the offset eye. Wade to Riddick. And Riddick tries to get outside. Tackled for no gain. Terry Riddick, the 2nd-year back out of Minnesota. Here's the Broncos offense. Up front, Clady, Altmans, Meyer, Fitzgerald, and Randall. And then it's Cruz, Riddick, Jones, Cockrell, and Howard. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Broncos. Their opening possession down 7-0. The Raiders took the opening kickoff, marched down the field, and got a touchdown. 2nd and 10 from the 28. Broncos in the offset eye once again. Wade under center. Wade hands off to Jones, and Jones goes down. A 2-yard loss. Robert Smith makes the tackle, the 12th-year defensive end out of Oregon. And that'll bring up 3rd and 12. Doubleheader this afternoon. We have the Redskins and the Chargers after this. We'll be in Los Angeles for that one. And then we'll have game number 2 of the NBA Finals between the Spurs and the Wizards. The Wizards lead that series 1-0. 3rd and 12 for the Broncos. Wade in the shotgun. Wade back. Throws deep downfield. He's got a man. Cockrell, the tight end, inside the 30, all the way down to the 22-yard line. Mike Cockrell on the reception. 51 yards on the play. The 6th-year tight end out of Army. He spent 4 years with the Browns, now in his 2nd year with the Broncos. He got behind the secondary, and 51 yards later, it's a Bronco first down. Denver at the Raider 22-yard line. 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Raiders up 7-0. 4 receivers set wide. Wade in the gun. Wade back to throw. Throws outside to Cockrell, who steps out of bounds at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Remember now, Evil Dead says Broncos -3. That'd be a major upset. But the Broncos always play the Raiders tough. Second and 4 at the 16-yard line. Wade to Jones this time, and Kobe Jones, no gain. Let's take a look at the Raiders defense. Raiders play a 4-3. Sutton, Cripps, Washington, and Smith up front. The linebackers are Gray, Smith, and Porter. And the secondary for Oakland: Robinson, Viceroy, McCorkle, and Wheeler. That's a pretty solid secondary for the Raiders. Of course, we would be remiss if we didn't mention the passing of the late great NFL punter Ray Guy. We're doing a Raiders game. Arguably the best punter in NFL history. Passed away Thursday at the age of 72. Wade back on 3rd and 4. Gets it out to Jones underneath. Down to the 6-yard line. A gain of 10 to Kobe Jones, the 5th-year back out of Savannah State. First down, Denver. Will be 1st and goal at the 6. When I think about Ray Guy, yeah, he was the best. When I think about Ray Guy, I believe it was the 1975 Pro Bowl. They played it in New Orleans. That was back when the Pro Bowl was on Monday Night Football. And I'll complete my story here in a second. 1st and goal from the 6. Wade under center. Wade to Riddick. And Riddick plows forward down to the 4-yard line. A gain of 2. But back in the early days of the Superdome, they had a gondola that hung from the roof, the scoreboard. And I remember during the Pro Bowl, there was a bet before the game if he could hit it or not. Well, in the 3rd quarter, he had a punt, and he hit the gondola. On 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line, Wade to Hall, and Hall down to the 2-yard line. Andrew Hall, the 12th-year fullback out of Texas. Yeah, he hit it. And the gondola in the Superdome actually sits higher up than the scoreboard at the Cowboys Stadium. So that was quite something. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. Wade under center. Wade, 3-step drop, throws to Nash, and Nash can't hold on. It was broken up by Chris Viceroy, number 26. Nice defensive play by Viceroy in his 10th year out of Connecticut, the strong safety. It'll be 4th and goal, and the Broncos are going to have to settle for a field goal. Garrett Hartnett will come out. This will be from 19 yards to put the Broncos on the board. It's up and it's good. Broncos score, but the Raiders still lead it 7-3. 1:09 remaining here in the first quarter. Live from Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week number 10 here at Jammin' Sports. I mentioned this Thursday night when I was talking about Ray Guy. But another thing that really stands out was how much John Madden admired him and valued him. Many, many years later, when Madden retired, he was asked what his best defensive player was. And without hesitation, he said Ray Guy. Because he could flip the field in a heartbeat. There's the kick. Fielded by Peterson 2 yards deep out over the 15-20 and out to the 24-yard line. Raiders will take over at their own 24 with 1:06 left here in the first quarter. They're up 7-3. In the rain here in Denver, temperature in the mid-50s. Raiders with a win will stay in first place in the AFC West. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back, rolls out, throws back across. It's intercepted by John Mobley at the 27-yard line. It's a pick six. Touchdown, Broncos. A 27-yard interception return for touchdown by the linebacker John Mobley in his 7th year out of Texas A&M. Evil Dead must know something. And the Broncos take the lead 9-7 on the pick six. And now Garrett Hartnett will come on for the extra point. That woke up the crowd here in Denver. Obviously, there's the extra point. It's up and it's good. The Broncos lead it 10-7. 59 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Live from Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado, Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. Evil Dead is like Nostradamus. He knows things. We still have a lot of football left, though. Denver now up by 3 following the defensive touchdown. And now Anthony Fields will kick off for the Broncos. It'll be fielded by Peterson 3 yards deep over the 15-20. And Tyler Peterson out to the 26-yard line. So the Raiders find themselves down 10-7. 55 seconds left here in the first. At the top of the broadcast, I was talking about how tight the AFC West is right now. The Raiders and the Chargers are both 6-3. The Chiefs and the Seahawks are both 6-4. Kansas City and Seattle having played already this week. A very tight division. First and 10 Raiders from the 26-yard line. Edwards under center. He's got Francesca in motion. Edwards play action. Throws outside, incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. 51 seconds left in the first. The intended receiver was Chase Murray, the rookie out of Ohio State. 2nd and 10, 5 receivers wide for the Raiders. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Throws, gets it out to Grant. J.D. Grant, the third-year receiver out of LSU. A gain of 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 8. On the tackle, Kendall Battle, number 24, for the Broncos. We have the Redskins and the Chargers after this. We'll head to Los Angeles for that one. If the Raiders and the Chargers both lose this afternoon, there'll be a 4-way tie for first place in the AFC West with 6 games to go. 3rd and 8 from the 28-yard line. 4 receivers wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Edwards steps up. He may take off. No, he gets tackled at the 27-yard line. Mark Spindler, the left end in his 10th year out of Purdue, on the tackle. A loss of a yard, so it counts as a sack. It'll be 4th down, and the Raiders are going to have to punt. The Raiders took the opening drive, got a touchdown, but they haven't done anything since. And the first quarter clock goes to 0 at the end of 1. The Broncos lead at 10-7 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado, week number 10 here at Jammin' Sports. The 6-3 Raiders, the 1-8 Broncos. The surprising Broncos lead Oakland 10-7 as we start the second quarter. It'll be 4th and 9 for the Raiders. At their own 27, they'll have to punt. The Broncos started the season 0-8. Danny White back to punt, gets the punt away. And this will be fielded by Cruz, who brings it back to the 31-yard line. Colt Cruz in his 5th year out of Texas. First down, Denver. The Broncos finally won their first game of the season last week against the Redskins on the road. But it's been a rough year for Denver, all things considered. And the Broncos were a playoff team last season. They were a wild card team. 1st and 10 Broncos from the 31. 4 receivers wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade fakes the handoff inside. Throws to the near sideline to Nash. Out to the 47-yard line. A gain of 16 yards to Marcus Nash, the 15th year receiver out of Georgia Tech. First down, Denver. Broncos trying to play spoiler today against the Raiders. They lead at 10-7 here in the second. I'm Jimmy Jam. I've got my moderator Evil Dead in the room. Fast Axe also in the room, my other moderator. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Wade, play action, throws deep. He's got a man. Cruz down the sideline, down to the Raider 20-yard line. A 33-yard reception to Colt Cruz, down to the Raider 20-yard line. First down, Broncos. Feel free to chat in the chat room if you'd like. It's always fun to have a lively crowd in here. But if you just want to sit back and watch the game, that's fine too. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Wade under center. Wade drops back. Throws to the near sideline. It's caught by Cockrell. Out at the 17-yard line, a gain of 3. Make it a gain of 2. Be 2nd and 8. Marcus Robinson on the tackle, number 25 for the Raiders. That'll stop the clock with 7:04 left in the half. Broncos up 10-7. Definitely got both feet in. Week number 10 here at Jammin' Sports. Second half of the season. All these games are critical. On 2nd and 8. Wade, 3-step drop. Throws it out to McCown, a jump ball that he comes down with all the way down to the 5-yard line. He just threw it up there, and Kendall McCown, the third-year receiver out of Rice, just out-jumped the secondary and made it down to the 5-yard line. Marcus Robinson was there also. It'll be 1st and goal Denver at the 5. The surprising Broncos trying to take a 2-score lead on the Raiders. .6:35 and counting here in the first half. 4 receivers set wide. Wade in the gun. Wade back, looks to the end zone, throws underneath to Howard. Touchdown, Broncos. A 5-yard touchdown catch to Percy Howard, the 7th-year receiver out of Texas. And the Broncos are up by 2 scores, 16-7, with the extra point coming. Percy Howard, a 5-yard touchdown catch. And now Garrett Hartnett would come on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. Broncos lead by 10. 17 unanswered Denver points. And they lead at 17-7 on the Raiders with 6:25 left to play here in the first half. The Raiders scored first, but the Broncos have scored often, and they lead at 17-7. Wow. Still a lot of time left. 6:25 here in the second quarter. This game is far from over. But the Raiders offense has to get back in gear. They're down by 10. Anthony Fields will kick off for the Broncos. This will be fielded by Robinson at the 5-yard line over the 20, 25, 30. And Marcus Robinson brings it out to the 32-yard line. And that's where the Raiders will take over. 1st and 10, down 17-7. Kevin Edwards will come back out. 9th-year quarterback out of Army. He spent 1 year with the Browns, was traded, and he's now in his 8th year with the Raiders. On a rainy afternoon in Denver. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. They'll come out in the I formation. Edwards under center. Edwards hands off to Chappell, and John Chappell makes his way out to the 37-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4. Mark Spindler, number 79, on the tackle. Coming up on 6 minutes left in the half. 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line. 4 receivers wide. Edwards in the gun. Edwards takes it himself, but that does not fool John Mobley at all. He gets him for the sack back at the 33-yard line. A loss of 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 9. Mobley read that play beautifully. The 7th-year linebacker out of Texas A&M. He had the pick 6 earlier. It'll be 3rd and 9 for the Raiders at their own 33. 4 receivers spread wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards, play action, throws deep. He's got Harrison at the 49-yard line of the Broncos, an 18-yard gain. 1st down, Raiders. As Al Davis would say, the Raiders. On the tackle, number 27, Eric Murray, in his 2nd year out of Ole Miss. So the Raiders convert, get the first down. They're in Bronco territory at the 49-yard line. 5 minutes left in the half. Edwards under center on first down. He's got Murray in motion. Edwards to Chappell, and Chappell, no gain. The Broncos are right there. Mobley and Thomas, number 54, James Thomas, the second-year linebacker out of Clemson. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. On second down from the Bronco 49-yard line, Goodlett in motion, the fullback. Edwards hands off to Chappell up the gut, and Chappell a yard out to the 48-yard line. Just a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9. Kerry Cameron on the tackle, the third-year linebacker out of Mississippi State. 4 minutes left in the half. 3rd and 9 for the Raiders at the Bronco 48. Big third down for the Raiders. 4 receivers wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. He's in trouble. Throws to the near side to Chappell. He's got the first down. Out to the Bronco 36-yard line. A gain of 12 yards. First down, Raiders. Keeps the drive alive with 3:35 left. Another first down for Oakland. Down to the Denver 36-yard line. Not quite in field goal range yet. Broncos up 17-7. Raiders trying to make it a one-score game. Edwards under center. Goodlett once again in motion. Edwards, play action. He got hit as he threw, incomplete. Who else? John Mobley comes in and makes the hit. Mobley's had himself a first half for the Broncos. Spurlin nearly caught that in the air. Number 97, Gavin Spurlin. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Raiders at the Bronco 36-yard line. Raiders now empty backfield for Edwards. 5 receivers wide on second down. Edwards back. Rolls out, throws outside. It's caught by Francesca down to the 27-yard line. A gain of 9 yards by James Francesca, the 5th-year receiver out of UNLV. Just shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1. I don't know how he got both feet in, but somehow he did. 3rd down for the Bronco 27-yard line. Edwards under center. Edwards to Peterson this time, and Peterson very close. As he gets down to the 26, they give it to him. First down, Raiders. Tyler Peterson, the 7th-year back out of Illinois. First down, Oakland. I used Madden 19, so the Raiders are still in Oakland. Nothing against Vegas. Great town, but I prefer the Oakland Raiders better. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards hands off to Peterson, a draw play. And Peterson 4 yards down to the 22-yard line. On the tackle, James Wheeler, the 5th-year linebacker out of Mississippi State. A gain of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. That's right. It'll always be Oakland. Coming up on the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 6, Edwards in the gun. Edwards to Chappell, and Chappell goes down. And we've hit the 2-minute warning. Broncos up 17-7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 10 in the rain here in Jammin' Sports. Oh, Gracie's doing fine. She's going to go to the football game with me. She's going to be my assistant in the booth. 3rd and 6 from the 22-yard line. She's going to keep stats for me. 3rd and 6 from the 22. Edwards under center. Edwards, 3-step drop, throws underneath the Francesca, inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line. A gain of 16 yards to James Francesca. First down, Raiders. When she wants to be. You know how it is. She understands the game. First and goal from the 6. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards to Chappell, a draw play, and Chappell just pulling Broncos with him down to the 1-yard line. Nearly got in. A gain of 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 1. Kerry Cameron finally brought him down, the linebacker. A minute 10 and counting here in the first half. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Raiders in the offset eye. Edwards under center. Edwards, 3-step drop, throws, incomplete. Just threw it away. Couldn't find a receiver. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. That'll stop the clock. 59 seconds left here in the half. Both teams have 3 timeouts. Big 3rd and goal right here. Edwards under center. Edwards to Chappell, and the Broncos are right there. A loss of 2 yards. And Denver takes a timeout as they force the Raiders into a field goal. This will be a 20-yard attempt by Alan McCoy in his 18th year out of Florida State. He's the second longest tenured player on my rosters, Alan McCoy, behind Larry Seipel, the punter for the Bills. Seipel's been in the league 19 years. McCoy in his 18th year. 20-yard attempt by McCoy. It will make it a 1-score game. The kick is up, and it's good. So the Raiders pull to within 7. The Broncos are up 17-10. 53 seconds left in the half. The Broncos still have 3 timeouts. They might be able to get, at the very least, a field goal before halftime. We've got the Redskins and the Chargers coming up after this. And then we'll have Game 2 of the NBA Finals between the Spurs and the Wizards. The Wizards won Game 1 Thursday night. They have a 1-0 lead in that series. Danny White will kick off for the Raiders, the former Cowboy. There's the kick. Fielded by Nash at the goal line over the 10, 15, 20, 25. And Marcus Nash out to the 29-yard line. So the Broncos have 49 seconds. They have 3 timeouts. My Lions don't suck. They won the Super Bowl last season. They're having a rough year this year, though. Good crowd here today on this Saturday afternoon. I appreciate it. Whatever part of the country you're in, I appreciate it. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Wade in the gun. Wade back. Wade looking, throws, gets it out to Cruz. And Colt Cruz out to the 38-yard line. The Broncos take their second timeout. They have 1 left. 43 seconds left in the half. If somebody can get me an update, well, actually, no, I'm sorry. The game hasn't started yet. It doesn't start till 2:30. 2:30 my time, 3:30 Eastern time. The Volunteers are playing the Bulldogs today. That's a huge game in college football today. It'll be 2nd and 1 for the Broncos at their own 38-yard line. 1 timeout left. 3 receivers to the far side. Wade in the shotgun. Wade drops back, throws inside. It's incomplete. Percy Howard, the intended receiver, simply dropped it. And that'll bring up 3rd and 1. That'll stop the clock with 40 seconds left. Third and 1. Wade in the shotgun. Wade drops back, throws, and it's incomplete. And that'll stop the clock with 36 seconds left. It'll be 4th and 1. And the Broncos are going to have to punt. The Raiders are going to get the ball back with 3 timeouts, but not a whole lot of time left here in the first half. Anthony Fields back to punt, gets the punt away. Nice punt. Fielded by Robinson at the 13-yard line. And Marcus Robinson goes down at the 17. 29 seconds left in the half. Broncos up 17-10. Well, that reminds me of our old friend who intercepted the ball like 9 times in one game. 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Let's see what the Raiders are going to do with 29 seconds left in the half. Kevin Edwards, the quarterback, under center. Francesca in motion. Edwards to Chappell. And Chappell just plows forward for 3 yards. It looks like the Raiders are going to be content to go into the locker room down by 7. Neither team calling a timeout. This should take us to halftime. Let's see if they run another play. They might. I don't think so. Here we go. And it's halftime. Your halftime score, Denver 17, Oakland 10. Here at Chapman Sports. Welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 10 here at Chapman Sports. The 6-3 Raiders, who are currently tied for first in the AFC West with the LA Chargers, and the 1-8 Broncos, who have the worst record in the AFC. But the Broncos lead it 17-10 here in the third quarter, and Denver will get the ball first. Danny White will kick off for the Raiders. Second half underway. Fielded by Cruz at the 4-yard line over the 20, 25. Colt Cruz out to the 30-yard line. The 5th-year receiver out of Texas, Colt Cruz. Devin Wade, the quarterback, also in his 5th year out of Texas. Wade and Cruz, the 2 long shot players from Madden 18. Broncos will start at their own 30-yard line. Denver up by 7. Trying to make it a 2-score game again. Wade under center on first down. Wade to Riddick around the outside, and Terry Riddick goes down. No gain. And we have an injury timeout. He was shaken up on the play. On the tackle, number 53, Russell Smith, the 8th-year linebacker out of Alabama. And Riddick will go to the sideline. It'll be 2nd and 10. Redskins and the Chargers after this. And then we'll wrap up week number 10 tomorrow with a doubleheader starting at 6 Eastern. It'll be the Bears and the Packers, followed by the Patriots and the Dolphins. That's tomorrow night. We'll wrap up week 10. Rub some dirt on it, right, Evil Dead? Walk it off. 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Devin Wade under center. Wade to Jones. Kobe Jones plowing forward out to the 35-yard line. A gain of 4. It'll be 3rd and 6. On the tackle, number 52, James Kingston, the 6th-year linebacker out of LSU. Yeah, I'd like to see that 90-7 box score as well. 3rd and 6 for the Broncos from their own 35-yard line. 3 receivers to the far side. Wade back. Wade throws, and it's knocked down, incomplete. James Kingston, number 52, knocks it down. The linebacker. It'll be 4th and 6, and the Raiders are going to get the ball back. Mike Cockrell, the intended receiver, the tight end, number 88. So the Broncos will have to punt. The Raiders, down by 7, will get the ball back. Anthony Fields back to punt for Denver. Fields gets the punt away. And that's going to go inside the 10 and into the end zone. Touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 20-yard line. 7:12 left to play here in the third quarter. Broncos up 17-10. On this Saturday afternoon on Twitch. Great to have you along here at Jammin' Sports. Let's see if the Raiders can tie it back up. They led it 7-0. Then the Broncos scored 17 straight. And then the Raiders scored right before halftime to make it 17-10. Edwards under center. Edwards to Chappell up the middle. A big hole. And Chappell out to the 28-yard line. A gain of 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2. Kerry Cameron, the linebacker, on the tackle. Number 50. It'll be 2nd and 2 for the Raiders at their own 28-yard line. Raiders come out in the I formation. Kevin Edwards under center. Edwards hands off. No, play action looking. Rolls out. Throws deep down the sideline. And it was a jump ball, incomplete. He underthrew it. And Murray knocks it down, Eric Murray. This ball was underthrown. They're lucky it wasn't picked off. The intended receiver was number 85, Colton Harrison. Eric Murray knocks it down. Actually, it's number 22 who knocked it down. That's Parker Cameron. It'll be 3rd and 2 at the 28-yard line. Raiders in the offset eye. Edwards hands off to Chappell. He's got the first down. A gain of 4 out to the 32-yard line. First down, Raiders. It's kind of funny. I've talked about this before. When I was a kid, I didn't like the Raiders, but I always respected them. They were that team that you love to hate. And the funny thing is, when the Raiders are bad, like they have been lately, it's no fun. It's better when they're good, even though you don't like them. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards to Chappell. And Chappell gets out to the 34-yard line. A gain of 2, making a gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. James Thomas on the tackle for the Broncos. On 2nd and 9. Edwards under center. Takes the snap to Chappell, and Chappell goes down, no gain. On the tackle, Bob Hines, in his 11th year out of Utah, the former Dolphin, spent 4 years with Miami, now in his 7th year with the Broncos. 3rd and 9 for the Raiders at their own 34-yard line. They're down by 7, trying to tie it up on this drive if they can. 5 receivers wide. Edwards back, throws across the middle, incomplete. The Raiders go 3 and out on that drive. They'll have to punt. It'll be 4th and 9. 5:14 left to play here in the third quarter. James Francesca was the intended receiver. Danny White back to punt, the former Cowboy. Gets the punt away. Fielded by Cruz at the 23-yard line. He brings it back out to the 29. And that's where the Broncos will take over, 1st and 10. Up by a touchdown, 17 to 10, excuse me. With 5:06 left to play here in the third quarter. Neither team has scored so far here in the second half. It was 17 to 10 at halftime. I'll tell you who these teams play next week in just a second. Right after this play. 1st and 10. Wade back. Throws down the middle to Cockrell. That'll be a 9-yard gain out to the 38-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 2. Next week, the Raiders will host the Browns. And the Broncos next week. Let's see. They'll be hosting the Giants. Second and 2 from the 38. Wade in the shotgun. Back to throw. Throws. Gets it off to Cockrell. Mike Cockrell out close to midfield. Out to the 50-yard line. That's where they'll mark him down. A 12-yard gain by the big tight end, Mike Cockrell, in his 6th year out of Army. First down, Denver. Broncos trying to win 2 in a row here. They started the season 0-8. This would be a major upset if the Broncos win. And Evil Dead called it before the game. 3 receivers to the far side. Wade in the shotgun on first down. Wade fakes the handoff inside, looks downfield, rolls out. Wade looking, being chased, and he's going to go down at the 45-yard line. On the tackle, number 94, Ethan Washington, in his 4th year out of San Jose State. Quickly, the newer Maddens suck. That's why I don't play them. They're scripted. I tried using the newer Maddens, but every game the same thing would happen. With Madden 23, every game, about halfway through the third quarter, one team would have a pick 6 and then go on to win by 3 scores. It happened every single time. So that's why I don't use them. Well, I have Madden 12 for the PS3, but I can't stream a PS3 on Twitch. 2nd and 14. Wade back. Rolls out. Throws deep downfield. It's caught by Cockrell. He rolls out of bounds at the 21-yard line. A 34-yard gain. Mike Cockrell goes over 100 yards receiving. And besides, quickly, Madden 19 just plays better than 20 through 23. It really does. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. The Broncos knocking at the door again. Wade under center. Wade Throws down the middle, incomplete. He overthrew his receiver. The intended receiver was Kendall McCown, number 86. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Besides, Madden 19 still has the referees in it. It still has all the production elements. 2nd and 10 from the 21-yard line. Wade back. Throws inside to Jones. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Broncos. A 21-yard catch and run by Kobe Jones, the 5th-year running back out of Savannah State. Madden 22 does not have officials on the field. Ever since Madden 20, no officials on the field. Now they'll have the officials in the cutscenes, but not on the actual field. Garrett Hartnett for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. The Broncos lead by 2 touchdowns, 24-10. On a 21-yard touchdown catch by Kobe Jones. And now the Raiders find themselves down by 2 touchdowns. Still time left, 2:51 left here in the 3rd quarter. We're live from Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week number 10 here at Jammin' Sports. I'm not controlling either one. It's CPU versus CPU. I do simulated seasons on this channel. We're currently in week 10. Dub Broncos. I know, I still call it Mile High because corporate sponsorships change weekly. There's the kick. Fielded by McCorkle at the 2-yard line over the 20. And McCorkle brings it out to the 27-yard line. And that's where the Raiders will have it, 1st and 10. I don't control either one. I'm not in franchise mode. Who am I talking to? Quickle is in the room. Qukyl. Do you not see him? You're not seeing any text. That's interesting. 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Edwards under center. Edwards, play action on 1st down, throws, gets it out to Siegel. He holds on in a crowd out to the 41-yard line. A gain of 14 yards and a Raiders 1st down. That's odd. I have 2 laptops here I'm monitor with, my laptop and Misty's laptop. Okay, now you see it? Okay. It's showing up on Misty's laptop. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Throws down the near sideline. It's caught at the 38-yard line by Colton Harrison, his first catch of the day. Good for 21 yards and a Raider 1st down. Harrison, the 4th-year receiver out of Duke. I'm not playing franchise mode, and you can't play each game of the season in franchise mode. You can only play one team. So I play in exhibition mode. But I also have franchise running separately. And when the season's over, I move the teams forward a year. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Edwards. Play action. Watch out to blitz. They get him back at the 46-yard line. A loss of 8 yards. Coming in on the blitz, James Wheeler, the 5th-year linebacker out of Mississippi State. An 8-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 18. I miss the old days of Madden 12. That was the last Madden where you could play franchise and play each and every game of the season. Yes, I am, Quickle. 2nd and 18. In the I formation, Edwards under center. Edwards to Chappell, and Chappell goes down, but a flag is down. They're going to get the Broncos for a face mask. That one was obvious. James Thomas. That's on Thomas. That was a pretty obvious one. 15 yards. That'll move it down to the Bronco 32-yard line. The Raiders down by 14, trying to make it a one-score game again. The Broncos trying to pull off a stunning upset. He's around here somewhere. Their evil dead. They don't in 20 either. 20 has no refs either. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Edwards steps up, rolls out. He's going to take off. Edwards inside the 20, and he slides down the 12-yard line. A 20-yard run by Kevin Edwards. He just tucked it and ran. In his 9th year, he still has wheels. First down, Raiders at the Bronco 12-yard line. You don't see 9-year quarterbacks taking off and run very often. But nobody was there, so he decided to take it. Exactly. Madden 19 is still, for my money, more realistic than any of the newer ones. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Edwards under center. It's a draw play to Chappell inside the 10. Down to the 7-yard line. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. And this may be hard to believe, but just compare it. The graphics in 19 are actually better than 20 through 23, at least on the PS4. The PS5 graphics are pretty good. 2nd and 5 from the 7-yard line. Edwards, another draw play to Chappell, and that doesn't fool anybody. A 2-yard loss. Back to the 9-yard line. James Thomas on the tackle. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Back at the 9-yard line. I think you may be right. But I also know that the 3rd quarter is coming to an end. At the end of 3, the Broncos are up 24-10 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week number 10 here at Jammin' Sports. The 6-3 Raiders, the 1-8 Broncos. The team with the best record, believe it or not, the Green Bay Packers and the Cleveland Browns. I know, a shocker, right? 3rd and 7 at the 9-yard line. The Browns and the Packers are both, well, the Browns are 8-2 and the Packers are 7-2. Edwards in the gun. Edwards back. Throws inside. Is caught by Woods. Touchdown, Raiders. A 9-yard touchdown catch by Darren Woods, the 3rd-year receiver out of Michigan. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game. Let me just double-check that, make sure I have it right. Green Bay's 7-2. They have the best record at the moment in the NFC. And the Browns are 8-2. The Browns have already played this week. The Packers have yet to play this week. McCoy for the extra point. It's up and it's good. The Raiders have pulled to within 7. The Broncos are up 24-17. The Broncos have the worst record at 1-8. The Broncos started the season 0-8. They finally won their first game last week against the Redskins on the road. And they're trying to get a major upset today. So the Broncos' lead is now 7, as the Raiders have made it a one-score game today, or at the moment. We have the Redskins and the Chargers up next. We'll be in Los Angeles for that one. Danny White will kick off for the Raiders. Fielded by Nash, 2 yards deep over the 15, 20, 25, and Marcus Nash out to the 27-yard line. Who won the Super Bowl last year? Hold on to your hats. The Detroit Lions. They beat the Dolphins in the Super Bowl. And that was a wild Super Bowl. It was 38-35. The Lions finished with a 12-4 record. The Chiefs are 6-4 at the moment. 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Wade under center. Wade, 3-step drop, throws inside to Cruz. And Colt Cruz down to the 34-yard line, a gain of 7 yards. Make it a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. Yeah, the AFC West is very, very tight, except for the Broncos. The Raiders and Chargers are both 6-3. And the Chiefs and Seahawks are both 6-4. There you go, Quickle. That's my old logo. Still in there. I upgraded my logo a couple of months ago. I like the new one. 3 receivers to the far side, 2nd and 2. Wade fakes the handoff inside. Scrambles, rolls out to the far side, throws downfield, and it's knocked down, incomplete. Knocking it down, Randall Wheeler, the 5th-year defensive back out of Miami. Yeah, the new one is definitely better. The old one, it lasted me for 3 seasons, and it was good. Nothing wrong with the old one. But the new one, it just sparkles better. 3rd and 2 for the Broncos now. The Raiders trying to get the ball back. Big 3rd down conversion right here. Wade under center. Wade to Jones, and Kobe Jones does not get there. On the tackle, number 96, Robert Smith. A gain of a yard. It'll be 4th and 1. I stream about 5 to 6 times a week. Normally during the week, during the weeknights, I'm on at 8 o'clock Eastern time. The weekends it varies. It all depends on my schedule. Because in real life I do radio in real life. Garrett Hart, or actually Anthony Fields, back to punt, gets the punt away. Fielded by Robinson, who brings it back to the 21-yard line. Like, for example, this afternoon, actually this evening, I have to do a high school football game on the radio, like I did last night. One of the games from last night got moved to today, and they need an announcing crew, so we volunteered. Hey, if they're going to pay us, we'll do it. Well, thank you, Evil Dead. That's high praise. Evil Dead is the best moderator on Twitch. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 21-yard line. 4 receivers wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Scrambles around, rolls out, throws, dumps it off to Chappell. And when it's all said and done, no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. The Redskins-Chargers game will be about 5 to 10 minutes after this game's over. It'll be up next. Yeah, I don't have the rice steamer on right now. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. They're trying to tie it up on this drive. 6:20 left in the 4th quarter. Edwards in the gun. Edwards back. Looks, throws, outside, incomplete. He overthrew Francesca on the sideline. It'll bring up 3rd and 10. Time becoming a factor now. 6:12 left in the game. Raiders down by 7. It'll be 3rd and 10 at the 21-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back to blitz. He gets it off to Chappell, but Chappell's going to be hit shy of the first down. In fact, no gain. Hines on the tackle along with James Thomas, number 54. It'll be 4th and 10 for the Raiders at their own 21-yard line. Well, I reward people with moderatorship if they're loyal, if they're here a lot of the times. Just be a regular here. I'm trying to get my viewership up. I wish I could. White back to punt. Gets the punt away. This will be fielded by Cruz at the 25. He brings it back. And he's tackled at the 33-yard line. So the Broncos will get it back with 5:41 left. They have a 7-point lead. The Raiders defense, they desperately need a stop. If the Raiders lose this game, that's going to open the door for the Chargers. If the Raiders lose and the Chargers win against the Redskins coming up next, then the Chargers would be in first place all by themselves. And there'll be a 3-way tie for second. Twitch does not support the PS3 anymore. You can't stream on the PS3. Wade under center. Play action. Throws. Gets it out to Loftus. His first catch. Forward progress out to the 41-yard line. A gain of 8 yards. That was Hunter Loftus, the second-year tight end out of Iowa State. Chris Viceroy on the tackle, number 26. If I still could stream with a PS3, I'd be using Madden 12. I really would. That's how good Madden 12 is. Wade under center. Wade rolls out, throws, gets it out to Lattimore, and it's incomplete. It's ripped away by Chris Viceroy, number 26. Perry Lattimore, the rookie out of Appalachian State, couldn't hold on. And that'll bring up 3rd and 2 for the Broncos. 5:05 left. 3 receivers to the far side. This is the big 3rd down for the Raiders. They need a stop. Wade back. Throws outside. It's almost intercepted. Knocked down by Russell Smith, the linebacker. That would have been a pick 6 had he held on. It'll be 4th down, and the Broncos go 3 and out. They'll have to punt. Yeah, but then the definition wouldn't be very good. There are workarounds. I understand what you're saying. There's also a way to do it with a capture card and all that, but it's very expensive. Fields back to punt, gets the punt away. Fielded by Robinson at the 15-yard line, and Marcus Robinson out to the 25. So Edwards will come out. The Raiders down by 7. They still have time. 4:54 left in regulation to try to tie it up. The Broncos seem to have the Raiders' number. The Broncos have won 7 of the last 8 between these two teams coming into this game. 1st and 10 for the 25-yard line. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Throws downfield. It's intercepted by Wheeler. He'll bring it back to the 31-yard line. James Wheeler, the 5th-year linebacker at Mississippi State. And the Broncos now with a chance to put this one away. Denver just seems to have the Raiders' number. In fact, the last time the Raiders beat the Broncos was in a playoff game 2 seasons ago. The biggest donation I've ever received, $100. That was about a year and a half ago. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. .447 left. Denver can put this one away. Wade under center. Wade hands off to Jones. And Jones gets 2 yards out to the 29-yard line. The Broncos last season went 8-8 and barely made the playoffs as a wild card. They upset Pittsburgh in the first round before losing to the Dolphins, I do believe. Yep. It'll be 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. Wade back. Throws across the middle, incomplete. And that'll stop the clock with 4:16 left. The season before that, the Broncos were 11-5, and they won the division. And that was the year that the Raiders were a wild card, and they beat the Broncos. And that was the last time the Raiders had beaten the Broncos. 4 receivers wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade back. Wade steps up, throws, gets it out to Jones underneath. But he's going to be hit and tackled shy of the first down. A 5-yard gain out to the 24-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and 3. 4 minutes and counting. The Broncos can make it a 2-score game with a field goal. Garrett Hartnett will come in. There are no current players still playing, and I'll explain why in a second. From 41 yards to put the Broncos up by 10. The kick is up, and it's good. Broncos lead at 27-17, 3:42 left. Here in the fourth quarter, live from Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado, Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. The reason why there's no current players playing is because this is my 30th sim season. I started back in the year 2000 with Madden 2001 on the PS2. And all the current players that were back then have all since retired. Ray Guy, the punter for the Raiders, was the last of the original players, and he retired finally at the end of last season. There's the kick. Fielded by Robinson at the 5-yard line over the 20, 25, and Marcus Robinson brings it out to the 30-yard line. The Raiders have 3 minutes and 37 seconds, and they have to score twice. They're down by 10. Now, if the Raiders lose and the Chargers lose the next game coming up, there will be a 4-way tie for first in the AFC West. I've been streaming on Twitch since 2020, since the pandemic. But I've been doing sim seasons since 2000. 3 receivers to the far side. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Edwards throws downfield. Is caught by Francesca. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A gain of 15 yards and a Raider first down. And that stops the clock. 3:32 left. That's what the Raiders need to do. Utilize the sideline. Conserve time as they move downfield. The Raiders have the weapons to make a comeback here. This would be a major upset. The Broncos are 1-8. The Raiders are 6-3. 4 receivers wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Rolls out. He's going to throw downfield. Woods is open. And he's tackled at the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 11 yards. First down, Oakland. Into Broncos territory. 3:15 and counting. I used to stream off and on YouTube, but I was never happy with YouTube. And then I discovered Twitch, and I said, this is where I need to be. .310 and counting. Edwards in the shotgun on first down. We're at the 3-minute mark. Edwards back. Throws to the near sideline. It's caught by Francesca, and he's thrown to the turf by number 20, Stan Anderson. First down, Raiders. A gain of 12. The clock continues to move. 2:43 and counting. No, I only used 28 of the 32 teams. I don't like the 8 division 4-team format. Too many losing teams win divisions that way. The NFL really should have thought that through. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Edwards throws outside to Chappell, and he's out of bounds at the 29-yard line. From 1970 until 1994, actually until 1999, I'm sorry, the NFL had 6 divisions, and nobody had ever won a division with a losing record. Since 2002, it's happened 3 times. On 2nd and 7, Edwards in the gun. Edwards back, throws, gets it out to Siegel, and Siegel inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line. A gain of 10 yards. First down, Raiders. And the reason, it's very simple why losing teams win their divisions, because they don't play enough divisional games. It's now a 17-game schedule, and only 6 games are in the division. Back in the day, especially when there was 30 teams, half your schedule was against the division, 8 games. So there was more movement. There was more of a chance. We've hit the 2-minute warning. Denver up 10 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. The Broncos lead the Raiders by 10, 27-17. The Raiders have moved it down to the Bronco 19-yard line. I don't play in franchise mode, so I can do whatever I want. First and 10 for the 19-yard line. Edwards under center. Edwards drops back, throws inside to Siegel. Down to the 14-yard line, a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Raiders in the hurry up. They need to score quickly. Edwards in the gun. Takes the snap. Looking. Throws to the near side. It's out of bounds, incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 1:41 left. It'll bring up 3rd and 5. Now I run franchise mode in the background so I can progress each team each season. It'll be 3rd and 5. Edwards in the shotgun. Big 3rd down right here. Edwards looking, throws, and it's nearly picked off. Knocked down by James Thomas. And that'll bring up 4th and 5. Well, the Raiders, they're down by 10. They need a field goal at some point. You go ahead and kick the field goal now so you have time for the touchdown. That's the smart play. If you go for it and you don't get it, you're still down by 2 scores. Alan McCoy will come on. This will be a 31-yard attempt. The kick is up, and it's good. So the Raiders have made it a 1-score game. They're down by 7, 27-20 with 1:35 left. My playoffs, at the rate I'm going, the playoffs should probably start. It all depends. Probably somewhere in January. Unless I get on a roll and get a lot of games in. I'm in week 10. I've only got 6 regular season weeks left. Decision time for the Raiders. Do you kick it away? You have 3 timeouts. Or do you kick the onside kick here? I say kick it away. And they are. You have the 3 timeouts. Trust your defense. Kickoff fielded by Nash at the 3-yard line over the 20. And Nash brings it out to the 25-yard line. A minute 31 left. The Raiders, they have to force a 3 and out and get the ball back. If they don't, the Broncos are going to win this. 1st and 10 Denver from their 25. Up 27-20. Major upset brewing, and Evil Dead called it. I don't know how Evil Dead calls this all the time. Wade under center on 1st down. Wade to Jones, and Kobe Jones gets a yard out to the 26-yard line. The Raiders take a timeout. It'll be 2nd and 9. Raiders trying to force a 3 and out. You'll have to ask Madden that. On 2nd and 9 from the 26-yard line. There's a couple of coaches that are not a part of the coaches union, so they're not in Madden. On 2nd and 9 from the 26-yard line. Wade under center. Wade to Jones up the middle, and Kobe Jones out to the 29. That'll be a gain of 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6. The Raiders take their 2nd timeout. Bill Belichick, for instance, is not part of the union, so he does not appear in Madden games. 3rd and 6 from the 29-yard line. A minute 22 left. If the Broncos get a 1st down, this game is over. They can run out the clock. The Raiders have to get a stop right here. On 3rd and 6. Broncos come out in the eye. Wade under center. Wade. Play action. He's going to throw. Downfield to Cockrell. It's caught for the 1st down. Out to the 41-yard line. And the Raiders take their final timeout. That was a gutsy call, but it worked. A 12-yard gain by the Broncos. 1st down Denver at their own 41. The Raiders are out of timeouts. The Broncos will be able to run out the clock. And the Broncos are going to win their 2nd in a row. Somebody break up Denver. The Broncos are going to go to 2-8. And the Raiders are going to drop to 6-4. They'll be tied with the Seahawks and the Chiefs for 2nd place in the AFC West. The Chargers at 6-3. They play next. In the victory formation, Wade takes a knee. The Raiders can't stop the clock. So the Chargers, they play the Redskins next. If the Chargers win, they'll be all alone in 1st place in the AFC West. If the Redskins get the upset, there'll be a 4-way tie with 6 weeks to go. This will be the last snap of the game. We're under 40 seconds. Wade takes a knee, and that'll be it. Raiders cannot stop the clock. The Raiders will drop to 6-4. The Broncos go to 2-8. Redskins Chargers up after this in about 5 to 10 minutes. Final seconds tick away. Your final score, Denver 27, the Raiders 20. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Redskins and Chargers up next. We'll see you then.